I got a call from the local private hospital. Now, bearing in mind I'd only been here for months, I really didn't have a private practice at all. And the message was, there's a chap here who's burnt his hands, he's been at a football match. I thought, that seems a bit odd, maybe he was holding a newspaper and someone set light to it, or whatever. So I thought, well, I'll crack on and go and see him, and there was a trip which skirted Bradford, and on the way I saw a pool of smoke over what at the time I probably didn't realise was the football ground. Anyway, I went on to the clinic, and there it was I learnt that actually what was going on, that there was a terrible catastrophe. And at that stage I didn't have access to telephone lines or anything, that wasn't working because of the sheer numbers of calls. So I quickly patched him up and then rushed off to the BRI. And as you can imagine, there was absolute chaos. People who were looking for loved ones, those who had burns, who needed treatment, and they were being taken to the BRI by police cars, taxis, ambulances. And so it was pretty chaotic. But fortunately, there was a very good clinic that used to happen regularly at BRI dealing with burns. And so many of the nurses and the sisters were very experienced in dressing burns, which was a great advantage. Anyway, so basically we tried to restore a bit of order out of the chaos. We also had to make difficult decisions in that if you imagine you've got a high dependency intensive care bed of maybe a total of 10 available in the region at the burns unit, what you can't do is to admit a victim to that unit if it's predictable that he's going to die. And there is a fairly crude rule, and once you're getting on to 50% burns in patients who are over 50, then you're talking of almost 100% mortality. What happened was on the night of the fire, I got a call from, believe it or not, Bob Maxwell at home in the evening, because we'd gone back and about 10 o'clock at night. And he said, what do you want? I said, well, it's very kind of you. We need some low air loss beds, specifically about 6 of these for the seriously burnt patients. We need a lot of instruments and this sort of thing. He said, you've got it. I said, look, I can't give you an exclusive on this for the Mirror. You know, obviously, it's wonderful that you're going to give us stuff, but, you know, we can't do that. And he said, well, what else do you want? And I said, well, we need a research unit. And eventually, when he came up on the Sunday and I saw him then, I said, yeah, we need £200,000 for a research unit. And he said, yeah, that's it. Took a bit longer getting the money out of him. I don't know whether it was the pension funds or not. But we did get £200,000, of course. We wanted to find out how we could improve the results of burns, because let's face it, one day we may cure cancer, but we're never going to cure burns. There's always going to be burn injuries, whether it's through accidents, through conflagrations, through wars, this sort of thing. So anything we could do to improve the quality of the healing and to speed it up was important. But what we needed to do was to be able to try all sorts of chemical messengers and hormones and things on burn tissue. Well, the unit is certainly recognised internationally, and this is because of the quality of the research fellows who have been working, and it has been almost a catalyst in the formation of the Centre for Skin Sciences, which is the biggest unit in the country devoted to skin science.